Good morning. Today is Friday, March 28th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and hi there, I'm Andrew Garcia. We've got a stormy Friday on our hands, and we might have another one on Sunday as well, though warm temperatures will continue throughout the weekend. Fort Worth Soul Community Arts Center was more than just a space, it was a refuge for local nonprofits, but the future of it is in limbo. We'll hear why after today's news. Texas senators have passed legislation that further defines parental rights in education. SB 112 would amend the state education code to give parents access to their child's written and electronic records. It would also require parental consent for health screenings. The bill will now move to the House for consideration. A grassroots bilingual project created to assist students during the COVID pandemic has been a smashing success with children and parents. The Juntos, or Together project, works as a hotline for students to call into to get tutoring help. The program is now looking for more tutors, what they call helpers, for growing interest. This weekend, Fort Worth is hosting Arts Forward, a summit focused on the future of the city's creative community. But one major issue isn't on the agenda: the uncertain fate of the city's only community arts center. Arts reporter Marquita Fornoff talked with host Justin Martin about where things stand and what this could mean for the arts landscape in Fort Worth.
So Marquita, the city's public arts center sounds like it's closing. Is that a big deal?
It's a big deal because there's not another public arts center in the city. Fort Worth is also unusual compared to other large cities in the state because it doesn't have its own office or Department of Arts and Culture. The city of Houston has one. It also has 6 city-owned facilities. San Antonio has one and 2 city-owned galleries. And Dallas has an Office of Arts and Culture and multiple city-owned venues. The city of Fort Worth does also own the Rose Marine Theater, but it has far less gallery space, and the nonprofit house there doesn't serve as broad of an audience.
So what do you think Fort Worth is going to do next?
We don't know. The project is on pause for now because the city recently hired a new city manager, and it's beginning its search for a new economic development director. I'm told that they want to have these 2 key positions in place before they reissue a request for development. But we can look at what has happened with other buildings in the area. So another city-owned building, the Southside Community Center, also required millions in repairs. And rather than spending money on those repairs, the city council allowed the National Juneteenth building. They're going to allow them to demolish it and build their facility there and sign a long-term lease with the city. It's very unlikely that the city would leave the Community Arts Center site vacant for long because it's prime real estate. It's near both Will Rogers and Dickies Arena and the museums like the Modern, the Kimball, and the Science and History Museum. The city has also agreed to allow the redevelopment of another historic building nearby, so it looks like something will happen.
What are people saying about the potential closure?
For arts groups, schools, and artists who use the space, it's been tough to find a replacement, especially with the center's low price for rentals. I talked with a woman named Sunitria Grace, who's the leader of Your 619 Productions, and she said the closure of the facility without a clear alternative has been tough for her performing arts group.
It was a safe haven for all of us nonprofits, no matter if you were small, medium-sized, or large. We would all come together there. That was like the spot. So that was the spot. And so, losing it was devastating to a lot of us because it was it's a family. And now the family's scattered and doesn't really have that safe haven that was so dear to us.
There's an arts summit happening this weekend, and while the community center isn't explicitly on the agenda, it'll be interesting to see if it gets brought up.
That was KERA's Marquita Fornoff talking with host Justin Martin. The Dallas Mavericks won against the Orlando Magic last night, getting a convincing win, 101-92. And the Rangers unfortunately lost their home opener against the Red Sox with a final score of 5-2. Both teams will continue to face off through Sunday. If you're a fan of psychological horror, check out the Darkfield experience at the AT&T Performing Arts Center this weekend, if you dare. All 3 immersive experiences put you in complete darkness and will have you questioning reality. Find more information and some other things to do at kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get good morning vibes from our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.